Hey friends, profit maximization refers to finding the level of output that a firm should produce in order to maximize its profits. In our introductory video, I shared that firms want to maximize profits. If the firm is not making a profit, they ideally want to minimize their losses. Before I dive into how to go about identifying where is the profit maximizing level of output, let's take note of three key terminologies when learning about profits. The first one is abnormal profit, where the firm's total revenue is more than its total costs, which you see over here. The second terminology will be what we call normal profit, which is when the firm's total revenue is equals to the total cost, as we see over here. And the last thing to take note is a loss, which is when the firm's total cost is more than the total revenue, which is over here. There are two key approaches to maximizing your profits or minimizing your losses. The first approach is what we call a total revenue, total cost approach. And the second approach is a marginal revenue, marginal cost approach. The total revenue, total cost approach is quite simple, and it is based on this equation over here, whereby to maximize your profits, you want to take your total revenues and minus your total cost. So in theory, to maximize your profits, you simply need to find a level of output that maximizes your revenues and minimizes your cost. But what if the firm's actual total revenue and total cost graph looks something like this? This is the issue with the total revenue and total cost approach. There can actually be multiple potential profit maximizing levels of output, which is reflected as these yellow arrows and yellow gaps. And you will not be able to tell without a diagram which is indeed the highest profit maximizing level of output, especially when there is no diagram. So to address this, we prefer using the other approach, which is the marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. So recall that the marginal revenue is the additional revenue received for each unit of output, while the marginal cost is the additional cost incurred for each unit of output. So the firm should increase its level of output until it reaches a quantity whereby your marginal revenue is equals to your marginal cost. So this also implies that, in theory, your profit maximizing level of output will be the level of output whereby your marginal revenue is equals to your marginal cost. Let's think about this logically. If it continues to produce beyond this point, your marginal revenue can be higher or lower than your marginal cost. So this means that the firm is either producing less or more than the profit maximizing level of output. And there's actually only one point in all of the permutations of marginal revenue and costs when the firm can do nothing in order to improve its profits. And this singular point is where your marginal revenue is equals to your marginal cost. And because it is a singular point, this removes the issue of having multiple profit maximizing level of output, as we have seen in the earlier total revenue and total cost approach, which is why the marginal revenue and marginal cost approach, I would say, is the more effective approach to identifying your profit maximizing level of output.